Hello. Today is a bit of a rant. It's actually a bit of a rant. This video has been a long time coming. I'm sure I would have made this in 2020 if I had this channel, right? And if I had you guys to watch. So please ensure to, the normal, hit the like button for this video if you liked it. Also do ensure that you are subscribed and that you hit the bell icon so you'll be notified for more videos. A marketer is someone who's supposed to market or sell something. They don't always sell. Like when I say sell, it's kind of like it's an idiom now. They're trying to get something into your head, because nowadays marketers don't really sell as much as they used to, but most of them are not even paid to like physically hand over something to you. They are paid to get ideas into your head, mostly subliminally, like just put it there. Now obviously most people know marketers as the guy with the ties, but it's more than that. It's a whole sophisticated industry now. They're everywhere. They're at your place of work, they're at your school, they're at your place of worship, they're in your compound, they're in your family. Yeah, they're everywhere. And you may not even know that this person is a marketer, because some of them are told to operate under a cloak of secrecy, deceit. You never see them coming. That's the aim. Now, how do they operate? It's very simple. They want to sell you something, and they're going to put the idea out there. They want you to know that a product exists, to know that something, like they're just going to put it out there. You're having a conversation about beauty products. Somebody somewhere who could or could not be an active participant in the conversation is going to slip in the name of a beauty product there. I used one product 2 weeks ago. I don't know if it's any good. Blazing Sunshine Apple Cream. You may want to check that out. And they're gone. Sneaky, right? They're very sneaky. You could be having a discussion about smartphones, for example, and you could say, I don't know, I'm kind of confused. What phone am I supposed to buy now? And somebody just slips in a certain company, a certain brand, a certain type for your listening or reading pleasure. They never tell you go and buy this. Sometimes they don't. They're not as upfront as they used to be. They just say, no, I've used a so and so before. You probably like it, and they're gone. That's their job, to put ideas inside your head. Of course, there are other more upfront ways, like YouTubers, influencers, musicians, artists, popular figures, actually pushing brands that they never use. They never use them, and that's what pisses me off about marketers. I mean, now we know what they are and we know what they do. They actually piss me off a lot, because you'd see somebody. I mean, this is a red tie. This is my tie. Imagine if I'd leave this tie and I'd go and advocate for a blue tie, for example. Let's just put it like that, knowing fully well that I actually disdain blue ties. I don't like blue ties. I actually like red more, or I don't like black ties. I actually prefer red. And I'm telling people, get a blue tie or get a black tie, knowing fully well that I use it. It's the same thing here. And since this is a smartphone channel, obviously we're going to be talking about smartphones. There are lots of people who you'd see them on posters, artists, musicians, I don't know, they're supposed to be the same thing, YouTubers, influencers, coming out and talk about, buy this, I use this is the new selfie machine, this is the new this performance, this blah blah blah. They come outside and they tell you this. They're telling you that this is rumored to be the latest selfie machine. They do not use such products. They do not use it. So now let's get on to like the final part of this video. I'm actually ranting, so there. Should you listen to marketers? Should you trust them? Are you crazy? Do you want to listen to somebody who is referring a product for you that they do not use? Go to many big sites where you see lots of these people who recommend stuff for other people, the big influencers. Have you ever taken, like, somebody recommends a product for you, like a big influencer? Who influencers do not work on me, by the way, but they work on a lot of people, and like somebody influences you, like you see their face on the signboard, and then you have a problem with the gadget, for example, like, troubleshooting. Do you think that that person has used the product enough to be able to give you troubleshooting advice? The heck no, they don't use the product. Many of them do not. In fact, dare I say 99.9% of them do not use the products that they advertise or that they are influencing for. It's why it pisses me off so much that they have so much sway and they have so much power over the masses. And because they have that much sway and they have that much power, companies are willing to go the extra mile to use them to influence the masses. And the masses are, this could be insulting for some people, sheep. The masses are actually sheep. And it's quite sad because it doesn't take somebody with half a brain to realize that this dude doesn't use this product that he is recommending for me, so why should I use it? Would it not be better to take advice from someone who is actually using a product than from someone who doesn't at all, who has no idea how it works? Hello? It's the same thing too. You'd see, I think someone raised the question on Telegram, on our Telegram channel, and said, hey Jeff, do you have any idea why lots of YouTubers in our country only review certain types of phones, brand name withheld? And how is it even possible for you to do a review after less than a week of using a phone? I'm like, most of what we do here are not reviews. They are not reviews. You could actually call them first impressions video or spec overview, but they're not reviews at all. Like, you want to review something, then you should probably use it for some time, 2 weeks at the very least, or a week plus at the very least. Like, you've used it, you are able to see. All tech have bugs. You're able to pick out like good parts and bad parts and how the bad parts can be fixed. But no, all they come and they tell you, they read a spec sheet for you and they call it a review. Many of them do not use what? Use waiting. You actually think they use those phones? They do not. They will not, because there is no incentive to, and companies will keep rewarding bad behavior because consumers, the masses, me and you, well, not exactly me and you. I mean, if you're in this channel, you're obviously very intelligent. It's Inquisitive Universe, for God's sake. But people will keep rewarding such bad behavior. And if you studied physiology like I did, we call it a negative feedback. And it's actually quite sad because this is never going to go away. So, like I said, how do you spot marketers? I mean, somebody who's trying to sell an idea to you, who's trying to influence you to buy a certain product or buy a certain idea. Marketers not just exist for smartphones or commodities, politics, ideas, identity. They are everywhere. You're trying to sell a certain idea to people to make it more acceptable, more palatable for the public, to make people more malleable for companies to be able to, like, put ideas into them. And it's actually really quite sad, but there is a whole ass influencing industry that actually does exist, and it's not going to go away. I've seen people put out videos that the influencer bubble is going to die soon. I'm like, man, are you kidding me? For real now? No, the influencer bubble isn't dying anytime soon. It's just that the influencer sphere is choked and everybody's fighting for relevance and so on and so forth, because the end game is to be able to amass a large number of followers that they can be able to tell, buy this, and they'd go buy it, or buy that and they'd go buy that, and they tell them only the good sides of it and then they ignore the bad parts. Imagine someone comparing a mid-ranger to a flagship, right? and then saying that the flagship is better because of zoom. Like, how do you compare a mid-ranger to a flagship in the first place? Doesn't even make any sense at all. You compare within the same price gap, but he's influenced people to go and buy that particular brand because of, you know what, 108 megapixel 10x zoom. That's it. Rant over. I'm out. See you in the next one.